Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Please consider subscribing to my channel. And today I wanted to talk to you about Middle Eastern brands, my top 5 of Middle Eastern brands that I recommend to you if you are in a search of a Middle Eastern brand that is not very heavy on rose, on patchouli, on oud, which is like Middle Eastern fragrances are known for, the majority of them. So these are the 5 brands that are very accessible and very easy to wear. If you are more accustomed to, I don't know, French perfumery, Italian perfumery, Spanish, British, so kind of European style of perfumery that is not big. Some fragrances can be really, really heavy on some particular note, but majority they're kind of mild fragrances, not as intense as the Middle Eastern can be. So anyway, let's start with probably the most obvious choice is Kayali. And Kayali is the brand that is Middle Eastern, but then it's very accessible in terms of distribution, because you can literally get it from the majority of websites. So anyway, Kayali has a wide array of fragrances, and they have a couple of lines inside the main the main line. So some of the fragrances I like, some of the fragrances I like a bit less. So I know it's kind of a fragrance that not many people like, but I happen to like it because it's fresh, it's very sparkling. So this is Eden Juicy Apple, and it really reminds me of Juicy Apple, and it's very, very easy fragrance. It's very simple actually, and some people compare it to the body sprays. I don't know which particular body spray from Victoria's Secret or the Bath and Body Works. I don't know which one in particular, and I don't mind this comparison. That might be, I just don't know about this one. But anyway, these are the fragrances that are most accessible, and they kind of cater to more European and American taste. So they have a beautiful scent, which is um, cherry fragrance, which I had in a mini size. And by the way, they have an array of sizes. They have 5 ml. They usually come in two, in duo. So they have 5 ml, 10 ml. They have 50 ml, and also 100 ml bottles, just like this one. So the prices are also, it's priced reasonably, and you can find the pistachio fragrance, which is, I'm not a huge fan of pistachio fragrance. They have the vanilla fragrance, which is nice. It's a nice vanilla. It's that it turns really, really dark reddish, and it's kind of stains your clothes. But anyway, this is the brand that is actually worth getting into if you're into Middle Eastern fragrances, but you want something easy to start with. So Kayali is the one, and a second brand is a brand, and I'm gonna show you now the discovery set, because all of these brands, they have discovery set and mini fragrances, so you can get them online. You don't have to go ahead and get yourself a full bottle right away. So the first fragrance and the first brand is actually Unique Luxury, and I actually have a discovery set by this brand, which was kindly gifted, and the brand never asked me to talk about this. They never asked anything. They just gave me this on a PT, and that was it. So anyway, this one is Unique Luxury, and it has a very, very beautiful set, bright red, just the red that I love. So discovery set, and they have a lot of fragrances here, and I will share with you one fragrance in particular that I love. So they have this kind of thank you thing. So as you can see, there's one fragrance that is missing completely, and this is the fragrance that I am mostly drawn to from all this discovery set, is Magnificent. Um, Magnificent It's about mango, and it's very realistic mango, very beautiful. So it has the notes of mango, bergamot, rose, geranium, jasmine, honey, patchouli, musk, vanilla, amber, sandalwood, and moss. So as you can understand from this notes, the notes are kind of your average typical set of notes that you can find in any European brand and any European fragrance. So it's nothing like extraordinary, nothing like outstanding in terms of how it is composed, how it is assembled. But anyway, this one is a very nice mango. I love this one. The set is composed of these little teeny tiny samples, which are really really nice. And this is true mango. This is very beautiful mango, and the scent is long lasting. It's very beautiful, and I find all of these scents, except for all of these brands, except for Kayali, to be a very long lasting. Kayali kind of lasts okay, but it doesn't come close to these other fragrances. Anyway, a beautiful scent, and I also like, it's really worth mentioning, there's the fragrance that is called Chocolate Makes Me Happy. Chocolate makes me happy. It's the name, and it's a beautiful name. It's the name that says it all, in my opinion. So, and this is a chocolate fragrance, but don't expect you kind of right away just plain chocolate. It's chocolate with patchouli, chocolate with woodiness and with a bit of smokiness. It's such a beautiful take on chocolate, and it's very very nice. It's earthy, beautiful chocolatey scent. So they have definitely an array of beautiful scents. And if you're new to Middle Eastern fragrances, and if you want something accessible, approachable, easier to get, to get to, this is the brand that you have to pay attention to. Next one is the fragrance that is, it's very very complex. The olfactive story of this fragrance is humongous. There's so many notes in this fragrance, and the brand is Armaf. So the brand Armaf is actually not a very expensive brand, and I'm not really familiar with Armaf, except for couple of fragrances. I wasn't really into Armaf, but inside Armaf they have several collaborations. So I'm talking to you about a particular collaboration. So this is Armaf with Arturetto Landi, which is an Italian fragrance. It's a nose, a very famous one. So they have this kind of set, and they have beautiful fragrances, and one in particular stood out for me, and it's called Vanilla Exotica. So it's an exotic vanilla. It's very beautiful scent. I'm gonna read out the notes, and the notes are plenty in this fragrance. So we have, it starts very fruity, and one of the particularities that I have noticed that a lot of these fragrances, they have very beautiful, very bright fruity start. So we have grapefruit, gardenia, orange. I'm not reading all of them. There's so many. I don't know if you can see it, but there's so many of it. So we have guava, plum, passion fruit, strawberry, raspberry, blackcurrant, peach, bergamot. Then we have a section of white flowers. We have orange blossom, gardenia, narcissus, tuberose, jasmine, and then we have tonka, vanilla, balsam, tolu balsam, oak moss, vetiver. So it's a very rich, fruity start, and then fruity white flower, and there's vanilla, a lot of sweetness, but the sweetness is balsamic. So just imagine a fragrance that opens up like fruity, like the burst fruitiness. It kind of lasts, it doesn't last very very long, then it goes into the white flowers, and then the most beautiful, most wonderful kind of decadent balsamic vanilla, and I love it. I love the scent. And actually all of these fragrances that I have from this particular collaboration with Arturetto Landi, in my opinion, these are very very nice, very nicely made fragrances. So next one, I'm gonna put all the names down below. Next one is the fragrance that has been, and the brand that has been compared to Devotion by Dolce Gabbana. In my opinion, it has nothing to do with Devotion. The notes are quite similar, but it has nothing to do for my nose. So the fragrance I will talk about is a fragrance from Kajal, and this is Topaz. So Topaz is a fragrance that came out this year. They actually came out with 3 fragrances so far for this year. It's a Ruby, Colada, and also Topaz. And my first thought was to introduce you to Colada, which is the fragrance that I own physically because they gifted it to me. And I love Colada. I love Colada, and I actually got so many compliments for this fragrance. But you have to be into coconut, very much into coconut, to love this fragrance, because the coconut here is through the roof. It's so potent, it's so intoxicating, and it's kind of almost coconut and also this coconut milk. So it's very fat, kind of smelling coconut. So I thought that, but I personally, again, I love it. I love it. I love coconuts. I love coconuts of every single type. I like this coconut water, coconut milk. I love sweet coconuts, not so sweet ones. So I decided to choose for you something more variable from Kajal. And trust me, they have a lot of fragrances that are more variable. So I chose Topaz. I actually have a lot of fragrances from Kajal. There's the one that I also like, which is the Hub, and they have the most beautiful samples. Trust me. So this one is the sample. It goes like that. So it's a box, and inside of the box they have a sample. They also have this kind of a ring. So this is the ring that you put on your finger like that, like so. That's why I'm not wearing any ring, just to show you this. They have a ring, and inside of the box they also have kind of a booklet with all of the fragrances they have and all of the notes of all the fragrances, which is very pretty, very adorable, and it feels really expensive. So anyway, Kajal Topaz. Topaz is beautiful fragrance. Again, I love Colada, and if you like some tropical fragrances, go for Colada. Just be aware that the coconut is very strong, but the Topaz has orange blossom, lime, rum, candied lemon, cassis, rose, cedar wood, ambroxan, cashmere wood, and musk. In my opinion, it has nothing to do with Devotion. Yeah, it has some kind of candied lemon thing, but that's about it. So this is a beautiful fragrance. It's again, if you don't know that this is Topaz and this is from Kajal, you would never say, you would never guess that this is a Middle Eastern fragrance. Such a beautiful one. I love this one. It's a beautiful fragrance. It's very lemony in the beginning, lemony and white flower. Very beautiful. I like this fragrance very much. Again, one other fragrance is the fragrance from the brand that is Middle Eastern again, and I do have, and this is from Turkey actually. So this is a brand that is called Atar Al Has, and I do have a discovery set from Atar Al Has, and it's also very nicely made, very kind of expensive looking. So this is the sleeve for the set, and here we have the set. We kind of open it up. We have separate booklet here, and we have the samples here. So the sample that and the fragrance that I chose, and the fragrance that I really like from this brand and from this collection is called a Velvet Morganite. And so the Velvet Morganite, which is here, is the scent that has peach, coconut, orange, osmanthus, freesia, rose, iris, lily of the valley, vanilla, musk, sandalwood, praline, cedar, and amber. So it has a lot of fruity fragrances. And again, I chose these fragrances because I love these fragrances. Just one, I had to decide. I have to switch it. I had to switch Colada because I just understand that coconuts are not for everyone. So that's why I introduced Topaz. But Topaz, I also like Topaz. So anyway, this one is very fruity. Again, very beautiful, very nice fragrance, and yeah, it's Middle Eastern, but I guess the only thing that kind of gives out that this is the Middle Eastern brand is the way that these fragrances last on you, and trust me, they last so long. So anyway, I think that if you're into Middle Eastern fragrances, you are able to find something that is variable for you, even though Middle Eastern fragrances kind of they tend to be a bit more over the board as opposed to European, but you will be able to find something that you like. And I think that these 5 brands, they are actually enough to explore. If you find something, if you don't find anything from these brands, I say 99% rest assured you will not be able to find anything that you like from the Middle Eastern fragrances at all, because this is kind of entry level. And I'm not talking about the price, I'm talking about the composition of fragrances. It's kind of a mild version of Middle Eastern, what they can be. So yeah, let me know if you know some of these brands or these fragrances. Let me know what are your favorite fragrances are. I again, I have to mention Lataf. I have to mention this fragrance brand because it seems to be like the biggest thing. I haven't tried all of them because they have a lot of them, but those that I've tried, I, I didn't like them. That's as easy as it is. I have to put it plainly for you. So I didn't like them. So maybe they have something that is nice and pretty. I just didn't try it yet. Yeah, so let me know if you like this video. Let me know if you have some Middle Eastern fragrances. And I wish you a beautiful day, beautiful Wednesday. And I will see you on Sunday. Bye.